Hi, Jenny. How are you?
Hi, Linda. I'm great. How are you?
I'm okay. Pretty busy week. I'm looking forward to the weekend.
I am as well. And I
hmm
know that we're both really busy, so I'm gonna, kind of get to the point right away.
hmm
I wanted to call you into my office and talk with you. I've just gotten some complaints about your communication style with your peers, from a couple of people. And I know that you have a really, I appreciate your somewhat brusque demeanor. I know you get a lot done.
What? My what? I mean, first of all, I can't believe you're getting complaints about my communication skills. I'm very direct. I'm easy to read. You don't have to wonder, but I am struggling with a couple teammates, including Lee, who totally dropped the ball, and I had to pick it up and make us look good so that we didn't look bad in front of a high stakes client.
Well, and I'm glad that you're bringing that up because it is actually something I really wanted to touch on. I did hear about some kind of verbal confrontation that happened with Lee,
It was not a
and
confrontation. I could not get a hold of him for well over a day. I had to do his work, which put me behind on my work. I walk into the break room. He's talking about a funny cat video or something. I feel like I'm not sure that you're listening. Are you listening?
oh, I mean, I'm taking it in. I'm
Well,
listening.
it's just really important to me. I put in 150%. And so, yes, I gave him direct feedback in the break room because it was just so unprofessional of him. It's gotten out of hand.
Well, does it feel appropriate, that style of direct feedback that you gave him? Does that feel does that feel appropriate to you?
Yeah?
Okay. Well, I would say that it's not appropriate. It's not appropriate to yell at your
Uh,
colleague in front of your
Excuse me,
peers.
I was not yelling.
Just,
It was direct feedback. I mean, I don't know what Lee told you, but yes, it was public. I could have done that better. I realized how frustrated. What are you doing on your phone?
I, I'm I'm sorry, Linda. All right. Um, so I realize sometimes that things can get heated with our coworkers, especially when you care so much about your job, which I know you do, and I appreciate that. But I have to say that I expect better from you. Confronting your colleagues in that kind of hostile way is just not appropriate. And I don't want to have this conversation with you again.
Okay, well, fine.
Okay. All right. Well, if we need to touch base about this next week, we can, but I'm going to assume that the issue has been solved. Okay.
Okay. Well, if that's all, then thank you, Jenny.
Great. Thank you, Linda.
Great. I have a couple reflection questions for you, Jenny. Are you ready?
Yes, that'd be great.
Great. Well, the first one is in that meeting you just had with Linda, what's something you did that you thought went well?
Well, I think I said what I needed to say to her. I was very direct, which I know is her communication style.
hmm
So I wanted to be respectful of that, and I did really need to get my point across, and I think
hmm
I did.
Great. Well, and I think that Linda can appreciate that kind of directness. But let me ask you this: if you were going to do it again, what's something you might do differently?
I don't know that I would do anything differently. I think it
hmm
went pretty well. I think if I did it again, I would do the same thing.
hmm Well, do you think that the impact of this meeting has really gotten to Linda that she's going to walk out the door and change her behavior?
Probably.
hmm what indications did she give to you that that was going to be the case?
Um, well, I guess that she didn't really. I didn't
hmm
I didn't really have a way to confirm that
hmm
she really understood what I was saying, that she internalized it, and I guess I didn't hear any kind of plan moving forward, and we didn't
hmm
really discuss other communication tactics than what she's been doing in the past. So I
hmm
guess I'm not totally sure.
Yes, because one thing I noticed about Linda is from the meeting that you had with her, it's apparent to me that she feels she's doing things to help keep the company moving and looking good. So that is
Mhm.
her objective. And so I didn't really see anything else come out, like her scheduling a meeting with Lee, her reaching out to potentially apologize to Lee, to seeing what she can do to maybe repair, her relationship to the team. So that just some concrete steps that would make sure that she is not going to just walk out of this meeting with you and then go over to Lee and say, I can't believe you said that, or give him direct feedback that's not quite appropriate.
Hmm. Well, I think that's a really good observation because
Mm-hmm.
we actually didn't talk through next steps at all. And
Mm-hmm.
I suppose that would have been really helpful because I don't know how she's going to go out and interact with her peers. I didn't really arm her with any tools to go forward after this meeting. So yeah, that's a good observation.